Hi everyone, welcome to Amaranth. These are general messages for the collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter placement. Let's get into it. The first card you have, Aries, is the Four of Cups. This is minor arcana, it's the water element. Further it says contemplation, time to meditate, take stock of your situation, a mindful pause and feeling discouraged. Why are you feeling discouraged, Aries? This Four of Cups is just a card of focusing on the wrong things. So I feel that you just need to shift, where you're looking, shift your mindset. You're probably looking at all things that are not working for you right now. But I feel that you have a lot going on already for you. So you just need to pay attention to that. I feel you're taking it all for granted. And I feel that you should just, not only you should be, practicing gratitude. Put a gratitude journal. It's going to really help you put the things down and put things into perspective. And if you're feeling a little bit of meh or a lack of something, I think you just need to, just shift away from there. Sometimes it's just in our mind, a mind playing tricks. And we feel that we're less than, or we're not enough, or we don't have this, that, and the third. So don't look at that. Shift your focus. You're very good where you are. You're highly talented. You're highly skilled, Aries. And if you start from here and now, with whatever you got, with whatever talent you have, with all the creativity that you have, you create magic in your life. Look at the cup of blessings that's being offered to you. There is a rose-tinted glasses out here. This rose-tinted glasses is not to keep you in illusions. It's to see the rosy things, the good things, to see that what you're looking at is really beautiful. You might be looking at the downside of things. So, just a little bit of mindset change is all you need over here. So be in the moment. Don't live anywhere else. Don't live in the past. Don't live in your head. Don't live in the future. Yeah, we need to plan for it, but not live in the future, because this is what we're creating when we're in the here and now. So just enjoy this moment, create in this moment, and a beautiful future will unfold for you. The next card you have, Aries, is communication, and further it says fishbone cactus. Now, the fishbone cactus is a flower that blooms after the sun sets, mainly during the dark at night time. And these flowers are known to be some kind of messengers, just like the eagle flies hide, known as the divine messenger. Similarly, fishbone cactus is also known as a messenger from the unknown world. So I do feel that, and also, if you see the stem of this fishbone cactus, it's really long and it's going outwards. So I do feel that this is some kind of communication or message of you or for you that is coming from far, or, that's traveling far, like global far. Or you could be talking to people across. This is like, a global communication. So some of you could be like leaders and meeting up, with other country diplomats and things like that. So if you could be in those areas as well, international work and things like that. But the energy of this card is to be very clear with what you say and be very honest with the words that you pick. This is also about having, like the common sense to what to say, what not to say, which words to use, and things like that. This is also just encouraging you to be very, precise, like I said, like using the correct words, being very articulate, being very intentional with what you say. Also, the timing of when you say it, when you go back and things like that is going to be very important in the next few days. So, this is about staying cool, calm, collected while you speak. Let your tone not get aggressive. And also, this is a reminder that while we talk, we also need to listen at this funny time, because it's associated with the air element. The ideas, the messages, the words that we choose. That and need to ensure that we speak in a way that our messages are well received. They land well. Especially sometimes when we're, in the comic sector, the jokes need to land well and things like that. So I feel that don't, send her any text messages or emails when you're not in the right energy or right mind. Take a break. You can send it out in an hour or two once you cool off if you're annoyed with something. Because this energy is, when it swings on the other side, you might use words that can hurt, that might cause conflict. So be mindful of what you say and how you say it as well. So this is a good time. I mean, in other ways, it's a good time for, for negotiations, for being the peacemaker and all of that. It's just that you need to choose the right words. And if you have been putting off talking to someone or some kind of a presentation or communication, then it's the time to do so, to present it, to talk, to say things. Further down it says, your words are seeds, plant them with care, and they will grow truth, clarity, and connection. And the last card for today, Aries, you have is observe your thoughts. Close your eyes, observe your thoughts as if you were watching a movie. Allow your thoughts to play out with you watching and having no control over them. Sit back and watch the motion picture of your mind for 5 to 10 minutes. When you distance yourself from your stress-inducing thoughts, the physical effects of stress decrease. Yeah, so it's just about, thinking positive, allowing positive thoughts to enter your mind, because that really impacts our health. Don't scatter your energy, don't scatter your thoughts. And your reading started out with the Four of Cups, so I feel that it's just the thoughts which are kind of putting you off right now. So you just need to shift your mindset. You just need to practice mindful thinking and keep any negative thoughts or self-talk away. And that will allow you to enjoy other things that you have. So Aries, those were your messages. If you enjoyed the content, consider subscribing to the channel, hit the like and share it with fellow Aries. Now moving on to the sign of Taurus. So the first card, Taurus, you have is the World. This is number 21, major arcana, but it's in the reverse for you. Further on it says, giving up right before you finish, a need to avoid shortcuts, a time to follow through, not wanting to move on. So I feel that Taurus, now if you just flip this card for a second to the upright, you will see this fox trying to, balance himself out on one foot. He's learned the art of balancing. His heart chakra is lit up. He's in a very zen state, kind of meditative state, I would say. Except that this is in the reverse. I feel that the World card in general, it's all about, doing the work. And I feel that you have really put in the work. You have overcome a lot of challenges, a lot of difficult situations. But you have transformed yourself. You've done the inner work. You have, transmuted all the negative energies and created something positive for yourself. And look at the expression on this fox's face. He's so much happy with where he is, very much contented. Now, it doesn't have to be like everything's perfect around him. He's just happy with, everything, where everything is, the state, the situation, everything. And, this is like, in the upright, the World card is all about celebrating things you've completed. You've learned a lot. You've learned a lot of lessons also. And you're, this is about self-acceptance. Like, yeah, I did the work. I'm happy with my growth, and he has been working at it. So he has been at work, he has been growing, he has been improving himself, working on himself. And when it's in the upright, it's all about that. A certain area of your life, you have evolved, you have grown, you have progressed, you have achieved something and you can see the achievement, you can see the growth, and you have completed that cycle of growth that you started. And now, since that you have integrated everything, you have kind of, done the work, learned all the lessons. It's, a time where you have evolved, you have grown. You're no longer that older version of you. You have leveled up in so many ways. And, with the Vol card, it's a success well earned and well deserved. But I feel that with it in the reverse, there is just almost you're at the end point. You're almost there. You will be completing tasks, your projects, your goal, whatever it is. You're almost there at the finishing line. And now it's time to, assess, to take a pause, to review things. If, something needs to be fixed, then you can just fix it, and I do feel you're at the finish line. Even though it might not feel that way, but you're almost there. You just need to tweak some things here and there, just some minor adjustments. And for the most part, I feel that everything that you have learned, you have integrated it. Because, first our inner world will experience, learn, integrate, and then it shows in the external world. So if you're not seeing those changes in the external world, it's just a moment before it will start to show. So I feel the work is complete, except that you're not seeing it, you're not seeing the results, you're not seeing it in, in the outcomes, and you feel like, what's going on. But actually, you're almost there. The next card you have, Taurus, is the card of intention. And further, it says Chinese Star Jasmine. Now, the Chinese Star Jasmine, it has a star in its name. And of course, it also looks like a star. It has 5 petals out there. So, star is nothing but our future, our hope, our North Star. The purpose, aligning our work with our soul. Having the right intention so we are able to manifest it. This is being patient and being able to put in the work. Having the willpower to create and manifest things with the right intentions. With clarity, with calmness, with patience. So, there is a lot of, the energy of attracting things, of abundance into your life. Further, it says, my intentions and purpose are true. Further on, it says, intention, purpose, self-acceptance, positivity over perfectionism. Yeah, I mean, no one's perfect, there is no concept of perfection. So I feel like you should just, you are good with what you have, your talents, your skills. Nothing's perfect. You don't need to wait for things to be perfect, or you don't need to wait for the perfect timing. Don't compare. Don't get in the comparison mode. Life's not a race, and I feel that whatever talents and skill you have, you can attract a lot of abundance with those talents. You can draw in a lot of abundance. You can manifest things that you like. Because, see, the fragrance of this jasmine, it goes really far. When you walk through a neighborhood and you see jasmine, you can smell jasmine from far. So it's a fragrance that travels far, but you cannot see it. You cannot touch and feel it. These are the things that we do on a daily basis that we cannot see and touch, but we know that they work, like, when we pray to the divine, when we call on our angels, when we meditate, that's a form of energy that we, that we connect to the divine with. The prayers are there. Then there are affirmations that we use to empower ourselves to attract the goodness in our lives. So so this is like, being happy, being contented in the now. And it's not a bad thing to, want to create the next thing for ourselves. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with keeping busy. Nothing wrong with evolution, going forward, making more money. It's just that be sure that you're doing it with positive thoughts and positive intentions. Now, the intention energy is also about checking in on the intention of the people around you. Why are they saying things? Why are they doing things? Understanding and reading the room in the sense that you can figure out, like, what is the motives? Is it ulterior motive or is it just genuine intentions? So you will have to kind of pay attention to that as well. Because, people's intentions, they matter a lot. Like, why do they say something? Why do they want something from us? Or why do they want to create a certain something? It needs to be very clear in our mind. So set in the right intentions. What is your next phase? What do you want next? And then allow the divine energies to meet you halfway. Like, you put in the work and they help manifest things for you. So you co-create with the universe, with the divine. Things will work out in the background. The universe is very good at delivering all the resources we need to complete a task. The only thing is that we don't need to attach to how the outcome would look like. So we need to be open to that. Further than it says, what you nurture quietly can transform your life beautifully. And the last chapter today, Taurus, you have is name your feelings. Further, it says, close your eyes and let your mind wander to the different parts of your body. Acknowledge how each part feels right now. What thoughts are going through your head? Observe, but do not analyze. When you are connected to how your body feels, ask yourself, what is this feeling called? Observe the feeling in peace and name it. You can also ask yourself if there is a feeling behind the first one. By recognizing and naming your feelings, you can begin to release tension from the ball of stress you may have built up inside. Yeah, so just feel the feels and see why you're feeling it. So Taurus, those were your messages. If you enjoyed the content, consider subscribing to the channel, hit the like and share it with fellow Taurians. Now moving on to the sign of Gemini. So the first card you have, Gemini, today is the Five of Wands. And this is the Fire Spirit, Fire Energy, Minor Arcana. But it's a number of changes. It's a number of growth. It's the number that causes you discomfort in a certain area because now you're stretching, you're pushing the envelope, you're learning, you're growing, and growth is not easy. It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of a learning and things like that. Further, it says ambitions, challenges, friendly competition, being pushed to excel, a chance to expand inside a challenging situation, meeting opposing energy with a light heart, working problems out with a group of people, negotiations and group dynamics, and the game of life. Yeah, so it's basically that this fire just keeps burning so that we are able to get ahead in the game of life, not competing with other people, or even if you're competing, it's a healthy competition. Not to take anything away from anybody, not to get too much overly competitive, but it's like, collaborate with people, learn from them, push your own envelope, push your own boundaries without any arguments, without any conflicts. Don't take things personally, Gemini. I feel that otherwise it'll just hurt you. You'll just hurt yourself for no reasons. Even though the people around you intend for you to be hurt, if people say something, don't take it personally. So I feel that, you are expanding, you are growing, you're creating things for yourself. This is progress. And I feel that whatever you had thought, whatever was your dream, whatever was your goal and ambition, I feel that you are just going over and beyond your capabilities. You're excelling beyond your wildest dreams or thoughts. You never thought you could get to this point. But here you are. You've come so far, and it's okay. No road is smooth. Nothing is a piece of cake. Challenges will come, but if we just keep going, and don't get in their energy of why again, why is it so much, when will I see the outcome and things like that. Because when you grow, it's like you need to listen to other people. You need to, you need to upskill. You need to try different things, get creative, and all these challenges are brought to you by the universe so that you can find the best ways to grow these. Challenges, they challenge us because it's a test from the universe, because they help us grow so much. It doesn't feel like that, but when we look back in hindsight, we can tell how much we got stretched and pulled and here and there to make us who we are today. The next card you have, Gemini, is the balance, and it says chocolate flower. So if you see the picture, there's a lot of chocolate pieces behind, which indicates that the scent of this flower is very cocoa-like. Further down, it says balance, guide, security, harmony, grounding this connection. So I do feel that Geminis, like if you're working on something, the project, so it could be creative projects, could be some side gig of yours, I feel it's going to be very successful for you, and you'll see the sweet rewards, you know, with the chocolate cocoa scent. The rewards are going to be sweet, so you're going to feel really happy. And I feel that, you know, you, with that 5 of Wands, that want to grow you, grow your skills so much that the path ahead will look very easy to you because you've already been there, done that. You've trained yourself. You've learned so much. You've pushed that envelope. So I do feel that, you know, also there might be some people around you, might be part of a team. You might be working on your own, you know, your side gig, or maybe have some mentors that are guiding you in some way. I feel that listen to the advice, listen to what they are saying with your mentors and the more experienced people are saying, because that might be of great help to you in a certain situation. So yeah, this is like, you know, sweet rewards. Further, it says, I am harmonious within and here find my balance. So the idea is not to get, you know, off kilter. This is about, you know, staying calm, being very disciplined in your day-to-day. Also, this is about, you know, it reminds me of the Temperance card, which is like keeping balance, staying rooted, balancing your personal time, your professional time, and, you know, balancing all aspects of your life, like knowing exactly how much energy to put in which area. So yeah, I do feel that, you know, if you are a little bit feeling out of balance, I feel very soon you will return to a state of balance. Um, so I also feel that you need to slow down a little bit, like pace yourself out a little bit during the day. Your routines, your to-do list, be mindful of the how much time you're spending, for which activities you're spending, incorporate some meditation and spiritual practices. Um, Now, this is a very earthy energy, and Joanna, you're the air element. So I feel that, you know, you need to be very grounded in your thoughts. Don't scatter your energy. Stay focused. Communicate in a calm way, because otherwise, if your speech goes out of balance, you know, you might react aggressively, or there could be a lot of misunderstandings. There could be some issues in regards to, you know, the next steps. And also you'll be able to, you know, calm your own self down. You'll feel more lighter. You'll sleep better. Otherwise, these thoughts might come bother you at night and disturb your sleep and health. So the message here is to not do things in extreme. Do things in moderation. Find the middle ground. Don't go to the extremes. And the last card for today, Gemini, you have is observe with interest. Further, it says observe your surroundings or your body for a minute. Instead of judging things as good or bad, think of them as interesting, as if inspecting a detailed painting. Whenever you catch yourself having a negative thought on something, choose instead to see it in a neutral light as interesting. When you stop judging things, the mind is open, free, and observant. You will begin to feel more peaceful, reducing stress from the body and the mind. Stress often causes negative thinking, which in turn causes stress. By not labeling things, you will stop this vicious cycle. So Gemini, those were your messages. If you enjoyed the content, consider subscribing to the channel. Hit the like and share this with fellow Geminis. And now moving on to the sign of Cancer. So the first card you have, Cancerians, is the Two of Wands. And it's in the reverse for you. Below it says, being stuck in the comfort zone, worrying about the future, fear of taking new steps and trying new things, wanting to explore but feeling tied up in current circumstances, believing the brass is greener on the other side. Look at this picture. There is a feline here, a lioness, a feline, and she's holding two wands. One has the lock and one has the key. She's looking at the wand that has the lock. She is now looking at the one that has the key. So I feel that Cancerians, you want to go further, you want to expand, you want to grow, you want some adventure, you want to try new things. But I feel that you're just stuck somewhere. You are not either making the effort, or you feel that it won't be possible to achieve, because the Two of Wands in the reverse is actually telling you that you are right at the edge of it. You need to actively figure things out, and you need to understand what's kind of preventing you from moving forward in a certain direction. Once you have the clarity, once you have an idea, and once you have that willpower, then you will be able to create and move forward with situation that you feel stuck in, or you feel like, there is no going forward, or the forward path is not available to you. That's not the case here. So whatever you want to do, you want to pursue, do it. You just need a little bit more of a planning and a little bit push from within. And then you can take that first step. Once you've taken the first step, then, everything will start to fall into place. So there is no need to rush through the process. It's a minor arcana. All you need to do is just revisit your ideas, think what you want, think where you're going from here. Do you have a backup plan? Do you have an action plan? Also pay attention to what your gut is telling you. Our body constantly, signals us how it's feeling about things. So if you want to make a certain decision, just, take a pause, take a moment, listen to your inner voice. Don't be impulsive in your reactions, and see how you can work it out. Further, it says, your path is forming beneath your feet. Pause in sacred preparation. Because I feel that it's just you that's holding yourself back. Otherwise, the path is there for you to take. The energies are available to you. Next card you have, Cancerians, is the pleasure card, and it further says Bella de Nude. So this is, again, a beautiful flower, and it's related to the moon energies. So it's a very receptive, feminine energy associated with the Bella de Nude. Further down it says pleasure, captivation, desire, enjoyment. And it says you have the choice to enjoy. So I feel that this is just about having fun. We constantly, as Cancerians, you always put everybody else first. And you forget sometimes to look after yourself. To do what you want to do. So I feel this is encouraging you to enjoy. We enjoy life the way you want it. Do things for yourself for a change. Go out there, take a break, just pamper yourself. Whether it's whether it's buying some clothes or just eating out for a bit with your friends, dressing up, or just, going out with your friends, watching a movie outdoors or something like that. Anything that, that you find fun and enjoyment in. Because I feel that the energy of this card is like you have been holding yourself back for too long. You have not been paying attention to yourself because you've been attending to everybody else's wants and desires and needs. So enjoy, have fun, but don't overdo it, because we know when we cross the line, there are, there's consequences for everything. Also, be mindful of people that, have negative intentions towards you, or, are not on the same page as you, or are not on your team. Just be mindful of them. You could have some around you that are not on your team. So, predict your energies, predict yourself from the not so friendly or not so happy people that are not happy for you. Now, I'm also picking up receiving, because this is like totally tied up to the moon's energy, which is receptive energy. So some of you might be receiving, maybe gifts, or maybe, something precious from someone that's around you. So, I feel that it may appear like, it's a small thing, and why would anybody give to that? But I feel that it has a way larger significance than you can imagine right now. And further on, I also feel that this is also about, pacing yourself out, like taking the time to do the things, not forcing progress, not forcing growth, because growth happens steady, one thing at a time, one day at a time. And, when you put in the work, and we sleep at night, the universe is still working to make those things work in the background, to keep the ball rolling forward in the background. And those things are not visible to us immediately, but when we look back, we understand how we were cooperating with the universe. So even if you feel that there is nothing happening in the background, things are still working out. And the last card, Cancerians, you have for today is a message from Cosmos, and it says, give thanks for all the good. List the things you feel grateful for right now. What is good in your life? What is valuable in your life at this moment? Write down even the small things. Is there something you're grateful for that you may have been taking for granted? Further on, it says, gratitude boosts positivity in the body, helps you concentrate on the here and now, and reduces feelings of stress. So yeah, it's about being in the gratitude mentality every single day for everything that we cherish, we value, so that the universe knows that we are thankful for everything we have, and it also sends more abundance on our way. So Cancerians, those were your messages. If you enjoyed the content, consider subscribing to the channel, hit the like, and share this with fellow Cancerians. Now moving on to the sign of Leo. The first card you have, Leo, is the Nine of Swords. It says minor arcana, air element. Further, it says nightmares, anxiety or depression, insomnia, worries, negative thoughts, fears, a reminder to actively engage in self-care, a chance to begin freeing yourself from negative patterns of thinking. Okay, so there is something that's bothering you. There is an owl out here, and the owl, which is a night word, is kind of, look at the eyes, it's a little fearful. I feel that this is just a call for you to release any kind of mental stress right now, Leo, so that you're able to enjoy peace, serenity. At night, we sit there, we relax, we watch TV, do whatever we want, and have a good dinner, go for a walk outside in the, underneath the stars, under the, soaking up the moonlight, and all of those night rituals that we have to make us feel better or to de-stress after a messy day. So you miss out on all of that if you start, fearing things. And I feel that this is a call for you to understand where your fears are coming from. It's just a way of training your mind. You can just train your mind to not even go in a negative direction. Think of, visualize all the good things. Visualize the massage, the good sleep, the peace, and all of that, and just try to see where is that fear coming from. Share it with people whom you can, who are your inner circle. And I feel that this is just, a trick that your mind is playing with you. Sometimes, these are reactions that our brain, our mind, and heart, it does it just to be in a protective energy, just to protect ourselves. But I feel that, there is nothing to be worried about. So Keep those negative thoughts away. Keep the cycles of rethinking and overthinking and nightmares away. And the best way to not be fearful is to be mindful. Mindful of our actions, mindful of our thoughts. Sometimes we fear things that are not under our control, especially in jobs and careers, what's happening, what's coming, or if you're a business owner, about the market shifts, or in your personal life, what's gonna happen, in the future. Will I get married? Will I find someone? And all of those. These are genuine concerns, but not to the extent that it keeps you awake and worried and in a overthinking, anxious energy. So I feel that you probably would need to incorporate some meditative and spiritual practices, so that you're able to shift the energy. That's all. You just need to shift this energy. Um, and if you still do fear, then be strong to understand where the fear is coming from and try to work out a solution to that. If you cannot find a solution, if it's not in your hands, then probably nothing can be done, and you need to keep the faith up. You need to grow the faith. You need to communicate with your angels, with the divine, to bring you solutions and messages that can guide you forward. The next card you have, Leo, is the opportunity, and further says night blooming jasmine. Further on, it says opportunity, perseverance, endurance, resourcefulness, and neglect. It says that the night blooming jasmine signifies that we have overlooked those close to us, their skills, positive attributes, and personal wisdom. Be careful you are not seeking greener pasture while neglecting your own valuable garden or treasures. Yeah, so this might be the case for some of you. This might also be opportunities that you probably kind of overlooked, big or small. And I feel that maybe you're overthinking the Nine of Swords because you overlooked those opportunities. But again, it's available to you. These are newer chances. These are opportunities, blessings, that you did not expect. So you just need to be aware of what the opportunity is, ready to put the work in. You cannot shy away from the efforts because this is an energy of endurance, of going the distance. So you will need some courage to pursue it, whether it's projects or whether it's your own business, some kind of startup that you're starting, or anything. So this is an energy of not giving up. Apply for jobs, for positions, or if you want a raise, or if you want to shift teams, if you want a title, whatever you want, you feel that you're ready for it, then go and speak up to the right authorities. This is also a good time for any kind of contracts, whether you're buying a house, whether you're buying a car, or you're partnering up with companies and vendors. So it's a good time. The energy is available to you to make favorable contracts. But whatever this opportunity is, you have to have the courage to go the distance. Endurance is something that this night blooming jasmine tests. And you need to be strong enough. You need to be emotionally strong enough or emotionally smart enough, to not allow your emotions to get the better of you. Further on, it says, when night blooms, hidden doors open. Trust your senses, step forward, and let the magic of opportunity guide you. Yeah, because this is a very spiritual energy, very spiritual plant. This is going to help you to transform situations. There's a lot of growth which is available, but growth doesn't come easy. You have to overcome challenges. Some things might not be visible to you, some things you might not be aware of. There's a lot of uncertainties that you will need to overcome. So you will need to stay open-minded. You will need to stay open-hearted and work things out without getting riled up. Peacefully, connect with the people or institutions. Be open to learning. And keep the faith up. Yeah, it's all about positive faith, optimism. That's what this energy is about. And also being patient with the process, because not everything can work out in the day, especially if you're starting something new or you're applying for positions, or this is about next level growth. It cannot happen in a day, but the energy is favoring you. It's available to you to pursue your goals. Just be open-minded, and also might open up some kind of traveling, relocation opportunities for you. But it's just that trust in the process and have the faith and be optimistic. And the last card you have is relax your body. It says close your eyes and begin relaxing your body. Starting from your toes, moving up to the soles of your feet, ankles, calves, thighs, lower abdomen, lungs, back, neck, face, forehead. Focus on each part of your body until your whole body is relaxed. Stay resting in this relaxation for 5 to 10 minutes. By relaxing your body, you relieve tension and feel calmer. Yeah, you can go to spas, you can go for massages. You can, use the shower streamers or there's a lot of options today how we can relax. Maybe you can just, go to a spa and things like that. So, or a jacuzzi if you have, or you can swim, whatever floats your boat. But this is, all about relaxing your body and the relieving the stress and anxiety so that, you're at peace and ease. So, Leos, those were your messages. If you enjoyed the content, consider subscribing to the channel, hit the like, and share this with fellow Leos. Now, moving on to the sign of Virgo. So, the first card you have, Virgo, is the Eight of Wands. This is minor arcana, fire energy. Further, it says good news, travel, things happening quickly, split-second decisions, positive resolutions, quickly evolving circumstances. So, I feel that there is going to be movement. There is an energy available to you to move forward, to make the most of it. But the thing is that you need to have the plan, a vision, or some kind of a goal, some kind of a direction, and the clarity in your mind, what you want to do. Because this energy will, fly by. I mean, fly by in the sense it's going to be available to you for a short window of time. And if you sit procrastinating, you're probably going to miss the window. Now, there is a turtle that is shown sprinting, which is very uncommon. So turtle is sprinting, which means either the turtle doesn't want to miss this opportunity, and it's jumping onto it, or maybe you have been already doing too much, or distracted that you kind of missed opportunities time and time again. Now, for a turtle to be sprinting is not really the turtle in its element. It's out of its element. So that's the thing. How much are you willing to do, to take on in order to seize this moment, seize this opportunity, this energy? So you might have to think on your feet. But if you do save the day, if you do take this opportunity, it might result in positive outcomes, positive resolutions. Now, for some of you, this is about fast launches. If it's about a product or projects that you're launching out into the market, this can also be fast movement, that you're clearing some kind of backlog, maybe some task that you had left undone or have finished. Now it's time to clear that up. Further on, it says, trust the speed of the universe. When the moment is right, all arrows fly straight to your path. So it's the divine timing. It's time to make the move. And I feel that you are feeling strong. You're feeling energized. You just have to be sure that you're not scattered in your thoughts, in your ideas, in your decisions. Be decisive and go for it. The next card you have, Virgo, is the Sensuality Damask Violet. Further, it says, I am alive and free. This is spiritual sensitivity. This is kinship. This is communication. Yeah, it's about, about connecting to, connecting, spending time. And, having having meetups with friends, family, people that are around you. Something that gives us peace of mind, something that energizes us. This is also maybe some kind of resolutions if, you have been kind of stuck with responsibilities and you've not had the time to make time for yourself or the people around you, then this is encouraging you to do so. I also feel that, this is asking you to be more empathic, like, to be more cool, calm, collected in your communication, to be more sensitive in your communication, um, staying grounded, also effective communication as to, what is that you want. Um, This can also be creativity. So some of you might be getting some creative ideas. Maybe you want to create a business out of some kind of hobby or something that you have been practicing. Um, but being more open, being more open-hearted, to being more warm in your interactions, and being appreciative of, what the people around you bring into your life. Further down it says, let your heart and senses guide you. Joy is sacred and embracing it awakens your soul. Yeah, so something that will make you feel free, make you feel alive, something that is meaningful. Well, this can also be something related to travel. You might be traveling, visiting different places, and just enjoying the richness that this world has to offer. And the last card, Virgo, you have is hug and be gentle. Hug people as often as possible. Be gentle with your words, actions, speak, and listen intentionally and tenderly. Ask them how they are, and sprinkle the conversation with nice and encouraging words. Endearing words create oxytocin, which reduces feelings of anxiety and fear, the basic elements of stress. So yeah, being gentle, being calm, and being genuine and authentic in your words, choosing the right words, the right tone, and being sensitive in your communication and in your interactions. So Virgos, those were your messages. If you enjoyed the content, consider subscribing to the channel, hit the like, and share it with fellow Virgos. Now moving on to the sign of Libra. So the first card you have, Libra, is the Queen of Wands. This is fire element. It further says self-doubt, burnout, misdirected energy. I feel that there is, and there is this lioness in the picture with the sunflower and a black cat, which is mysterious, stands for magic. Sunflower is all about positivity. It follows the sun, which is our soul. Very Leo-like energy, very ferocious, very driven, very extroverted, and passionate about things. Highly vibrant energy. And this is in the reverse. So I feel that there is something that might be bothering you right now, Libras, which is not allowing you to feel confident in your own self. But I feel that you need to turn this energy upright, which means you need to have that inner core strength to overcome any kind of challenges. If there's any negative emotions you have been feeling, then get to the bottom of it, feel the feels, and then just kind of rediscover your power, your passions. Um, I feel that either you are scouring your energies, maybe you're doing too much, maybe you've signed up a lot of things, and there is like it is a pact and overcommitted, um, or maybe it's like you're looking for some kind of an approval from the people around you by participating and accomplishing all of your goals one after the other. But that's not what this energy is asking you to do. It's just that you need to your uh, align your ambitions and goals with your inner self, your inner desires. You don't need anybody else to validate your goals and ambitions. Um, so you just need to recalibrate once again yourself, your plans, and take a moment to relax yourself. Otherwise you will really get burned out with this Queen of Swords. I feel you're doing too much. You're overextending yourself. You need to incorporate some kind of breaks, pauses, some spiritual practices to keep you calm, to keep you refreshed and energized. Do a little bit of breath work to align your inner self with your goals. So you definitely need a little bit of shift in perspective out here to understand who you are, where you're coming from, and where you want to go. What's your purpose? And then be your own leader and lead yourself forward. But at the same time, it's like take pauses in between to see that are you still aligned with your goals? Are the tasks that you're working on, are they still your priorities and things like that? So you are breed from the, you're great, Libra. You don't need to, what do you call, doubt yourself. You don't need to look for any external validation to understand your own power. Next you have Libra is the death card, which is Devil's Trumpet. So yeah, things are, wrapping up. You're about to wrap something, or things are completing for you. This is also an energy of renewal. So you might need to take a break. I feel with the Queen of Wands in the reverse, you might be burnt out. You probably need some time to relax, to sleep, to go on a vacation or something like that, to feel renewed. I also feel that if something's, stressing you out, then you need to end that as well. Like, for example, if you are overworking or you're putting extra hours at work and it's not working for you, it's impacting your health, then that needs to end. So you need to stop, put an end to those extra hours. Or if you're working 2 jobs and you're tired of it, it's burning you out, you need to stop that second job. So it's basically that something that either needs to end, or maybe you want it to end or something like that, so that it frees up some time, it gives you some time to renew. This can also be difficult situations that you probably need to take a closer look at and see, how is it benefiting for you to still stay there, or is it better for you to maintain a distance and, dodge out of there. Not in an escaping way, but, something that, should not demean your energy and just demean you in general. So basically leaving things behind that, are not working for us. It could be anything. Maybe it's you're traveling too much and it's not working for you anymore. So you got to let that go, move closer to your workplace, or switch a job. Or maybe the job's not working for you because, your team and management is not good, or they're not paying you enough. So that needs to go. This can also be some kind of a difficult situation that you've been trying to overcome, and now that's done and over with. So you've resolved the problem, you've resolved the situation. It's been a long road, but you finally made it. Further on, it says, embrace endings as gateways. Through release, your spirit blooms anew with infinite potential. And the last card for today, Libra, you have is a message from Cosmos, and it says, pay attention to breathing. Close your eyes and breathe normally. Pay attention to your breathing as if it were a movie. Where is your breathing? Is it your chest, your diaphragm, or both? Do you take shorter, long, deep, or shallow breaths? Is your breathing smooth or intermittent? Is breathing laborious or easy? How does it feel? So I feel it's asking you to focus on your breath work, on, how is your breathing? Are you consciously breathing? Are you taking deep breaths? Deep breaths relaxes the mind. It calms us down. Further, it says here, by paying attention to your breathing, you give it value. At the same time, your body and mind will relax. Yeah, so it's all about detoxing, taking time out, working on certain spiritual practices or breath work, and mindfully living. This is also a moment of rest, of taking sleep, and welcoming the changes that are for the better, that will empower you, that will renew your energy and spirit. So if things are ending, if things are shifting and changing, there is a hidden blessing underneath of it. And we just need to recognize the blessing. So Libra, those were your messages. If you enjoyed the content, consider subscribing to the channel. Hit the like and share this with fellow Libras. Now moving on to the sign of Scorpio. So the first card you have for today's Scorpio is the Six of Wands, but it's in the reverse for you. This is fire element. You are fixed water, 8,000 energy. Further, it says self-doubt, imposter syndrome, being taken for granted, seeking acknowledgement, delay victories or rewards, craving external validation, or even relying on it to feel like you are enough. No, you don't need to do that, Scorpio. You are intelligent, you are magnetic, and being the water sign. I mean, even though you're the fixed water sign, but still you're very social, you're very adaptable. And I feel that, you're very giving, you're very loving, caring for the people around you. Um, I feel that this is something about, looking for external validation. I feel that you need to just turn inwards and recognize your own worth without anybody clapping for you, applying for you. I also feel that, you have worked hard, you have overcome a lot of challenges, except that I feel that you still might be feeling that there are some, here and there obstacles that are remaining. But because you've already overcome, a lot before, a lot of setbacks and obstacles, this you can just breeze through the remaining ones. You might be feeling that you've been putting in the work for a long time, but you have not received the outcomes. You have not received the recognition or the rewards for your efforts and hard work. But I feel that you should not put your mind to the external acknowledgement or your teams or your people, your family, whatever neighborhood acknowledgement. Don't put your mind to it. Just know that as a person, you have grown so much, you have overcome so much. There are so many things that you have achieved, and you are highly successful. There are things that we work on the inside of us, our strength, our healing, our ambitions, our willpower, our goals, the inside world of us. So you have come a long way. You've done a lot of work there. It's just that it might not be visible to the people as yet, but that doesn't mean that you haven't put in the work. So I feel that some of you might have been working behind the scenes, but this energy, it being in the reverse, I feel that very soon it will turn in the upright for you. You will feel like you're successful. People will see the work you have put in. People will see the awards, rewards, the recognition, the growth that you have achieved. So you're almost there. You will be recognized, except that when you get there and you get recognized, stay humble. But at the same time, you have accomplished pat yourself on the back. You have come a long way. You deserve this as success and recognition. So yeah, it's like you are almost there. It might feel like it's, you've been working at it for so long, you haven't gotten anywhere. No claps for me, no applause for me, but it's coming. Further on, it says true victory begins within. Just your efforts, even if the world hasn't noticed yet. The next card you have, Scorpio, is the Preserve card, and it says Silver Ghost. Further, it says, I will preserve through self-care. It says preserve, meditation, introspection, focus, withdrawal, isolation. So I feel that, Scorpio, this is about conserving your energy. There might be things that are happening around you. You might need to step back for a bit. There could be some kind of tension, some kind of unpleasant situation that's brewing, and things might get a little intense, might test you. But I feel that if you, look after yourself, if you take good rest, if you take a step back, it's not that you are running away from situation or you're stepping back because of fear. This is not a fearful retreat. This is something that will help you to preserve your energy. The only caveat with this energy is that you withdraw so much that you feel isolated and alone by yourself. So don't stop talking to people because, it might so happen that you might feel disconnected. Further, it says protect your magic. What you preserve now will bloom at the perfect time. Yeah, Scorpio, don't be in a rush. That's specifically if you're trying to make a decision, or if this is about, confronting a difficult situation or confronting people. Make sure you're measuring your words, you're taking the required pauses, you're first observing things and then aligning your words and thoughts with that. And when you do confront, when you do talk, this energy is advising you to not to reveal everything. Like, don't word bomb it. Don't say everything all at once. Now, this can also be about saving and preserving resources. This can also be preserving the nature and environment or ecosystems in some way, marine life or fauna and flora. Maybe it's protecting that. This can also be about your culture and traditions that you're trying to protect, or some kind of assets that you have. Maybe you're trying to protect that in the sense that, for example, you have a property that you want to sell. You're holding on to it because you feel that the market is not fully aligned with the price that the property deserves. So holding back from selling. This can also be preserving the finances, your budget, your money, to not over splurge. Maybe you're trying to go a little bit minimalistic for the time. This can also be about resting. It's like introducing periodic breaks in the day, and also frequent breaks, like every week or two, maybe take a few hours off for yourself, or however, whatever time you need for self-care. And detoxing or planning things and all of that, in order to recharge yourself. And the last card for today, Scorpio, you have is a message from the cosmos, and it says, let go. Close your eyes and breathe normally. On each exhale, imagine you are blowing out anxiety, bad feelings, stress, and tenseness from your body. The thoughts that do not serve you leave your mind and body. If you want, you can imagine the feelings as colors as you breathe out. Do this exercise 5 to 10 minutes. Concentrating on your breath has a calming effect, and the visualizing exercise makes you feel lighter. Yeah, so it's about releasing, letting go, taking a step back from anything that is not aligned with your values, and that's not beneficial for you, for your health, for your emotions. Things that have a possibility of derailing you, stay away from that. Focus on your health, focus on your breath, focus on spiritual detox, releasing things and feeling lighter. So Scorpios, those were your messages. If you enjoyed the content, consider subscribing to the channel, hit the like, and share these messages with fellow Scorpios. Now moving on to the sign of Sagittarius. So the first card you have, Sagittarius, is the Two of Cups. It's in a reverse for you. This is minor arcana, water element. Further it says disharmony, a rift, being afraid to join in, distrust, a need for extra self-care, and compassion. So I feel that Sagittarius, there is something you might be holding back from saying. Maybe you're not able to speak up in your relationships. I mean, look at the picture. There are two dolphins. There is still, they're still together. There is, still mutual love and care. It's just that something is a little off. Something is missing. And I feel that this is a chance, an opportunity for you to understand what is missing and to just find a solution to it. There's always course corrections. There is so much we can do to fix. And things start to work better after that. And there might be some kind of a, lack of communication. Or it could be that something is not aligning. Maybe a belief system, maybe a value, maybe some goal is not aligning. So it's just a matter of reassessing what is missing, what's wrong. Maybe you need to redefine how things are done in the relationship. Now, if it's not about relationship, it could be professional relationships. It could be contracts, vendors, companies, mergers. Redefining those contracts. This is also about, showing who you are, like putting your best, putting a most genuine self forward. I wouldn't say your best self, but I would say your most genuine self forward, so that people see who you truly are inside and out. Sorry about that, guys. So, Sagittarius, say what needs to be said. Express yourself. If this is in regards to a project, a goal, ambition that you want, go for it. Something that you've been wanting, dreaming of, go for it. Because here the energy of the Two of Cups is available to you. It's just a little subtle, a little gentle. So I do feel that this is about partnerships. This is people, who vibe with you, whom you vibe with. These are goals and people that you want to bond with, long-term goals and plans. So be lighthearted. You know, try to work things out if possible. Also be honest with yourself, honest with the people, and don't hold back from saying things that can actually turn things around for the better. Um, don't hesitate from doing things, from taking the right actions that can make you feel secure. That'll bring you that peace, harmony, and contentment in relationships or in regards to any goals or ambitions that you desire. The next card you have, Sagittarius, is clarity. And it further says sea, moon, flower. Down it says clarity, education, mental strength, intellect, triumph, comprehension. It says, I will think clearly before I act. So obviously it's about knowing what to say. And before you jump in to do anything, take the next action. Make sure that you understand fully what you're getting into, what is required of you, and all of the consequences and, the other implications of taking a certain action or a decision. So if you need to, reevaluate or reassess your plans, your actions, your next steps, this is a favorable time to do so, to give that clarity. Some of you might be reading up or learning about things when you're talking to people and you find out some things or you get some data. But I feel that you could also be, taking some courses, going back to school or something like that, studying some subjects that will help you take it to the next level in your career or in your business. So a lot of skill development and knowledge and clarity is also coming through with this. And I also feel that some of you will be feeling confident enough after gaining the clarity, and everybody will be able to see that you're not fearing from taking decisions. You're not afraid of seeing things or trying things or sharing ideas or brainstorming or finding solutions to problems, whether it's simple or complex. And you are strong, you're brave, if you want to try different things. And I feel with that, you will see positive results, Sagittarius. So this is a very swords energy, a very mental, like using your mental faculties, learning, processing. And it's like the Ace of Swords. It's like, cutting through the mental fog. All of the illusions and any confusion is going away. And, whatever you will learn, whatever you will gain clarity on, that's going to be a victory in its own way, or that will lead to further positive outcomes. Now, this might happen suddenly, and it's not that you've been planning for it. Things might just fall into place, or these breakthroughs or aha moments might just happen suddenly for you. But I do feel that you will feel powerful after this clarity. And the thing is that you might need to take the right actions. It might be like time sensitive as well for some of you, but I feel that you will figure that out. You will figure the next steps out. Further down it says, when the mind is still, the truth rises like the moonlight on water. And the last card for today's Sagittarius you have is, feel your body, close your eyes, and pay attention to how your body feels. So yeah, it's about understanding your body's signals. Further it says, concentrate on different parts, your back, stomach, diaphragm, lungs, neck, face, head, and take a moment to focus. Take 5 to 10 minutes to go through how your body feels. When you pay attention to yourself and how your body feels, it is as if giving water to a plant. When you listen to the needs of your body, you can respond to them easier. Yeah, so this is about not ignoring any signs. If you're feeling tired, low on energy, take rest. If you're feeling not up to it, if energy levels are low for some other reason, go get a doctor's appointment and get a consultation. Whatever it is that your body is signaling to you, I feel that it would be good to consult a practitioner. And make sure you make time for this, because this is, or it should be the high priority. It's part of self-care. It's part of filling our own cup. So Sagittarius, those were your messages. If you enjoyed the content, consider subscribing to the channel, hit the like button, and share this with fellow Sagittarians. Now moving on to the sign of Capricorn. So the first card you have, Capricorn, for today is the Hierophant, number 5. Whether it says a spiritual leader, expansion and awakening religious or spiritual structures, finding the guru within. It further says trusted wisdom, learning from structure, and choosing what truly aligns with your values. Yeah, so that's what. Down there is a llama in the picture. And this llama is like, yeah, it's really cool. It's a light-hearted Hierophant, which means, look at the llama saying on the boondocks. Has a little bit of a ritual kid out there. So I feel that this is more about not allowing the, the societal structure or outmoded belief system or restrictive belief system to hold you back. I feel that don't trap yourself in those systems blindly. So if there is a system that you feel which is outdated, a belief system or a policy which you feel is outdated, then you can always, talk about it. You can always approach the authorities, question it, and suggest some alternate ways. And that's what this Hierophant is all about, alternate ways of doing things. Now, Hierophant, of course, can be gurus and people who guide us on the right path, but the right path is known only to us. Like what is right for us, it's only we know. So I feel that this Hierophant energy is asking you to look within yourself. Like everybody, like we all know, there's an inner temple at the core. And that's where, in our heart speech or heart chakras, that's where the divinity is. That's where peace is. That's where love is. A higher vibration, our higher self, our higher values. So I feel this Hierophant is telling you that, yes, it's good to listen to your elders, people with more experience, people who've been there, done that. But at the same time, you need to ask yourself to be the leader, be your own guru, to lead you on a path which aligns with your values. So, and also, like if there is any system on the external, whether it's hierarchy system, there's structural systems that are not allowing you to grow, and it happens all the time, but there are people at, with their higher positions, powerful positions, there's a lot of power dynamics that goes on. They try to dim our light, but I feel that don't allow that. Don't allow anybody to dim your light. So be wise, tap into your own wisdom. You already have that experience. Some of you might actually be working in systems that are reforming, whether it's education systems or, law enforcement systems or something like that, where decisions are being made, reforms are being made. While it is very important to hear out, our elders, people who are older to us, who can be our mentors, who have good advice, good things to say, things that we're unaware of, when it adds value to our life, we definitely want to listen to those things. But at the same time, leaders also, not 100% of the time, they can be right. They also make mistakes. And it's okay for everybody to learn through their mistakes. So just be mindful who you're learning from. Are those people like 100% perfect? I don't think so. Nobody's 100% perfect. So what are you learning from the imperfect? So, be sure that you're able to use discernment, and constantly checking with your values, not just blindly follow anybody else's values. So you have to get honest with yourself, have those deep conversations, pay attention to your feelings, your heart, your emotions, your mind, and your inner wisdom. We're all born with that. So check in with that, and you will be guided to the right place. Next you have is the Rose of Mexico, and it says strength. Further it says fortitude, confidence, serenity, determination, overbearing. It says I have the need, the strength I need. So this is having that, as I say, quiet courage, your inner strength, the endurance, the resilience. and knowing in your own right that you are powerful because, you are following your heart, your soul, you're following your inner guidance, and uh, you have what it takes to overcome any situation. It might happen that you might be in a little bit of a difficult situation. You feel that you're being tested, but I feel that, if you just stay in the present moment, um, stay strong, and strong doesn't mean being cold and hard. So just that gentle strength which is needed to know, what you need to do. And also, if you feel that, you're doing it all alone, then there's nothing wrong with delegating or asking for help instead of overworking yourself. Now, and this also speaks to having the confidence to know that you can, achieve whatever you set your heart and mind to. So this is like, staying the course, being determined, being your own leader, being resilient. And at that same time, taking care of your own self, your health, your emotional health, your physical health, your mental health, everything, holistic health. And you have the Hierophant card right before that. So it's about staying wise, staying patient. Hierophant is Taurus energy. So it's being rooted, grounded, centered, and making the time to, for spiritual practices or for some meditation to bring that calm and peace, to enable you to stay calm in the middle of chaos or any difficult situation. And that is a power in itself. So that quiet power, the quiet confidence, the ability to stay calm no matter what's going on, the ability to endure no matter what hardship, the universe sends your way, and still being kind to other people, still being compassionate with your words and actions, is what this energy is encouraging you. Further, it says, true strength blooms when love bleeds and fear steps aside. And the last card, Capricorn, you have is a message from Cosmos, and it says, cheer yourself on. Think of something you feel you need cheering on, or please make your own positive affirmations. When you are alone and there is a mirror available, look yourself deep in the eyes and repeat the affirmation. At first, the words may not ring true and may feel hard to believe, but carry on repeating regardless. When you speak to yourself more positively and smile, you will feel better, and a part of you will start believing the words and reacting to the smile. This may also change the way you speak to others. Positivity creates more positivity and reduces the effects of stress. So Capricorn, those were your messages. If you enjoyed the content, consider subscribing to the channel, hit the like, and share this with fellow Capricorns. Now moving on to the sign of Aquarius. So the first card you have Aquarius, but today is the Eight of Swords, but it's in the reverse for you. So Eight of Swords in the reverse, and I could go both ways. Either you're too much worried and you're too much fearful of something, which is causing analysis of paralysis, or you're feeling like, why did this happen this way? Why did it have to go this way? And things like that. And you're not even considering the possibilities or for the movement, or that something can be fixed. So I feel that you're having negative thoughts, or you are saying negative things to you, and it's playing out in your head over and over again. And when we say something to ourselves over and over again, we start to believe in that. So I do feel this is just something that you're trapping yourself. Your mind is trapping you. Even though there are possibilities, there's a way out. There's so much that you can do. You just have to shift the way that you see it. Your perspective needs to be changed right now. So I feel that it's just out of fear that you're saying it's doing something. You're not doing something, I would say. So this is a good opportunity to stop those negative thoughts from bothering you, so that you're able to think freely. If this is something that you keep repeating, if it's a pattern you feel, it's a habit of you worrying over nothing, then this is something that needs to go. They say that stop looking at your own tail. I think that's what this is. So you need to stop feeling like there is no way out or there is no option left for you, Stop drowning in your own perception, negative perception, because there is a lot out there that you can do. There's a lot of ideas, there's a lot of choices, there's a lot of options, paths that you can explore. And whatever is holding you back is nothing else but you. It's just your thoughts that you can't do it, you don't have the resources, that you don't deserve it, and things like that. When you talk negative to yourself, yeah, you will be stuck and you'll feel trapped in your situation. Now, if this is something related to the past, you have negative experiences that have kind of held you trapped in some kind of a belief system, then it's time to release that. Speak to people, try your own therapy, or even speak to counselors if should the need be. Here Comes the Sun. That's the song that comes to mind right now for you, Aquarius. So, yeah, don't hold yourself back. It further says your mind is your key. Freedom begins the moment you believe you are free. Next, you have Aquarius is the card of power, and it further says Queen of the Night. So yeah, so you're reclaiming your power, you're regaining your confidence. This is like the new beginnings. Maybe you did not expect it because of the, how you were trapped in your head. You thought that nothing would ever work out, and this is either a chakra blockage or just your mental blockage, but I feel that whatever blockage it was, that it was an actual blockage, it's now being removed. The universe is giving you the power. It's empowering you so that you can create the life you want. You're free to choose what you want. So use this energy, and I feel that now that you have this, new chances, newer beginning, newer opportunities, take it. Now, this can also be some opportunity in regards to nature. There's a snake out here. Snake is all about transformation. So transforming situations, shedding skins of, aspects of ourselves, behaviors that, or habit patterns that are no longer going to work for us needs to go. I also feel that this can be something connected to a national forest, something in the outdoors, maybe a mountain, some kind of nature. Maybe it's a forest, maybe it's a park, but there is something around that energy that you are coming into your life. Yeah, so it's just that when you feel confident, when you feel empowered, make sure that you use it only for the right reasons. So I do feel that whatever ideas you had, whatever you wanted to create, whatever visions you had, whatever you were planning, it's now ready to be manifested, or at least you can move forward to create it, to manifest it. Now, some of you might be, with Queen of the Night energy, it's all about healing the past experiences and knowing that you are not your past experiences or that you are not your mistakes. Some of you can be also, kind of working to reform things, or you could even be like in the power positions, influential positions. Maybe it could be mentors, maybe it could be teachers, leaders. Yeah, and I do feel that this will get you a lot of recognition, a lot of respect from other people. So, people who will look up to you, they will get drawn to you, to their ideas. Further, it says your power blooms when you trust your inner light, even in the dark. And the last card which you have is massage your scalp. Massage your scalp with your fingers. You may close your eyes and allow good feelings and relaxation pass over your body. If you can do this with a friend, benefit from the oxytocin hormone released from another person's touch. Stress often causes tension in the scalp and head area. By relaxing these thinking areas, you will feel more relaxed. Yeah, so whatever you need to do to feel calm, to feel recharged and renewed, and to get your balance, to feel balanced, to feel re-energized. So yeah, you can get these massages done, or you can do it yourself. Whatever it is, but it's the thinking zones or the thinking areas that need to calm down, that need to be relaxed. So Aquarius, those were your messages. If you like the content, consider subscribing to the channel, hit the like button, and share the messages with fellow Aquarians. Now moving on to the sign of Pisces. So the first card, Pisces, for today you have is the Three of Wands. This says Minor Arcana. This is fire element. Further, it says the arrival of exciting new opportunities, the fruits of your labor coming into sight, positive change, movement, the first taste of successfully manifesting your desire, beginning to see how incredible your future would be. Yeah, I feel, Pisces, that there is a lot of growth, expansion, reward, success. And this has all happened because you've been plugging through, you've been working through it, you've been very patient with yourself. You trusted the process, you trusted your conviction, you had a vision, and you were putting the work in, you were waiting with confidence, and you've done the work. And now the success is yours for the taking. Now, look at the picture. There's a phone out here that's looking at the horizon where the sun is rising. So, now when we keep in the work, it does take a little bit time for the results to show up. And you might be in that phase where you've done the work, you release the product, you've done the launch. Now you're waiting for customers, reviews, feedbacks, investments, and things like that. And this is part of the, this is part of how things shape up in the real world. That's the real world. That's the ground reality. So it's a time for rewards, for recognition, for your dedication, devotion to a task, cause, people, whatever this is for you, whichever situation this is for you. You have grown, you have come a long way. So all now you need to do, Pisces, is to still keep putting in the work, stay focused, don't get distracted, keep your eye on the prize, and soon you will see the results coming in. So get ready for the good news. It could be like, you just get good number of responses or investments or messages. Yeah, it's been a while. Maybe it got a little bit delayed, but your good news is finally here. And the good thing is that you are patiently waiting for it. And it takes a lot of courage to wait for the results. But you knew that the results are coming. So there was a lot of faith and hope and optimism with which you are waiting. Further, it says what you seek is already on its way. Keep your eyes on the horizon. Next, Pisces, you have is the card. It says awaken, and further it says blazing star. It says awaken, foundation, majority, important psychic abilities. It says I'm capable, awake, and ready. So I feel that, yeah, you have learned a lot. You have been out there. You've been exploring, researching, trying things, by learning things by trial and error and things like that. And now your knowledge base, your skills, maybe you upskilled, you took a course, or you're just reading up, subjects. But I feel that you have so much knowledge so as to create strong foundations. You have created strong foundations. And now it's time to level up, level 1, level 2, whatever level it is for you. I also feel that as we build higher, the most important thing is to know that what's brewing under the surface, right? So we need to know the details and honest details of everything that's going on below, beneath the surface. So that will come only when, you trust your intuition, you feel the energies, you sense things. And I feel that your intuition is also heightened at this point in time. Some of you might be into astrology, or some of you might be psychics out there that can feel things, you can get premonitions and things like that, or maybe daydreams are giving you some pointers. But this is like coming to fruition, manifesting. It's a very masculine kind of energy that actually translates ideas, into actual physical manifestations on this real world. This is also an energy where you are awaking, or you now know the truth, so that you can take the right step forward, whether it's in terms of your first step or next steps, or if you want to fix something, whether it's a product or something at your house, or something in your personality, or maybe even relationships you want to fix, repair, reconcile. All those energies are available to you, and it will be successful. I also feel some of you might be taking to healing arts, meditation, spiritual practices, astrology, astronomy, arts, expressing yourself through arts, or you could be taking up mentorship, or, you could be teachers of in schools, colleges, or spiritual teachers. But I feel that there's a lot of awakening to the truth, knowing the truth, seeing the truth, being mindful, being honest with yourself, um, not ignoring the hard truths. This is also an energy of reinvention, reinventing your own self, your ideas, your interests, so that, and also reinventing the things that you believe in, the clarity, the confidence, no confusion. Further, it says, an awareness rises, your soul remembers why it came. And the last card, Pisces, for today, you have is a message from Cosmos, and it says, thank yourself for all you do. During a workday on small notes, write down all the things you have finished during the day. Write down even the smallest of things. Collect the notes in a ledger on your nightstand at home. When you go to bed, look at what you've written and thank yourself for everything you achieved, even the small things. Instead of ending the day thinking about what you have not done, focus on what you have done. Gratitude induces positive feelings, which in turn increases motivation to perform. So you've come a long way, you've done a lot, you've learned a lot, you've wisened up a lot, and you definitely deserve, a pat on the back. So thank yourself for putting in the efforts, for believing in yourself, for having confidence, for overcoming challenges, for being open-minded to learning new things, for being open-minded to trying new things, for being honest with yourself, for having the courage to try new things, for having the courage to look within, to give the answers within, to look at truths, to remove illusions, to appreciate those aha moments, to appreciate the revelations. So, this is a lot of work that you did, and a lot of inner work, and I think you need to thank yourself for that. So Pisces, those were your messages. If you enjoyed the content, consider subscribing to the channel, hit the like, and share these messages with fellow Pisces. So thank you guys for joining. Please subscribe and hit the like if you enjoyed the content, and I will see you in the next one. Take care, guys. Bye for now.